Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the South Sydney Rabbitohs George Piggins medal presentation for season 2021. My name is Jake Duke from Fox League, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you today to reflect and toast all the successes of the South Sydney sides throughout 2021, and also look ahead to what is coming in a glorious 2022. But before we get official proceedings underway, I'd like to welcome Yugambeh Elder Uncle Brian Williams to perform the Welcome to Country.
Jingi Walu Walu and welcome. And I hear this is being streamed into Sydney, so I'd like to welcome our brothers and sisters that are at the other end of the television. My name is Brian Williams. I'm a very proud Rabbitohs supporter since the early 60s, and I remember the golden days of Bob McCarthy, John Sattler, and my favourite Eric Sims. So being here today, having an opportunity, is quite exciting, as an Aboriginal person's identity is such a strong word, and for the Rabbitohs has been a very part of my identity for a long time. For our communities across states of rugby league and more than the sport, it's about our connections to our family, our mates, extended families across all communities. For myself as an Aboriginal man growing up prior to the referendum being passed, not being recognised as a citizen in my own country, and the racism we faced every day. In the early 60s, I never thought I'd see the day where, where acknowledged a country has been held at the beginning of the NRL game, let alone before every game practice for league. The pride I felt the first say this is I still feel every time when I see for a game that I can't explain, and how far we've come a long way, the journey ahead of us. So again, I would like to all of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander players I know. It can be hard carrying the cultural responsibility across to the public eye, but can I also say how proud I am to say that I'm a South Sydney supporter, Aboriginal person second, and seeing our young ones standing up and be proud of their culture and public arena. I would like to acknowledge and pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the country, here where we stand today, the Kumbameri people. And I would like to also pay my respects and acknowledge the work of younger generations, and for their strength and determination to continue strong connections to our land and songlines. And I would all like to say thank you for our brothers and sisters back in Sydney who are doing it pretty tough these days, and the boys did you proud up here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Uncle Brian, for that moving welcome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, once again, welcome to the 2021 George Piggins medal. Today we celebrate the superb 2021 NRL season by the Rabbitohs, which culminated in a grand final appearance, as well as all the achievements of all the South Sydney grades and their performances this year. A big welcome also to our Rabbitohs members and supporters who are joining us via our live streams, via YouTube and Facebook. We know a lot of people have been doing it tough in New South Wales and back in Sydney, so we hope that you can enjoy this wonderful evening and celebrate the success and the year that your side has had. And what a unique year it has been, hasn't it? One of the most unique years in rugby league history. Back in July, the Australian Rugby League Commission approved the relocation of the Rabbitohs to South East Queensland to minimise the risk that the COVID-19 outbreak had on the NRL. It was supposed to be for a month, but here we are, some 13 weeks later. And thankfully, in the weeks that followed that, the family members of the Rabbitohs squad were allowed to join their husbands, partners and dads on the Gold Coast hub. And the support of their loved ones proved crucial as the Rabbitohs made an assault on trying to get their 22nd club premiership. So let's take a look back at the season that was.
Thank you for joining us tonight on the opening night of the 2021 season. What a matchup, what a build-up. Promoter's dream in many ways. South on the park already, led out by their captain, Adam Reynolds, the defending premiers then. Goes to Mitchell, they won't stop Mitchell!
the team's capable of. I've seen enough. We've got to get to these big games and do better than we do. That's the challenge for us. But we've got 23 games to go, so we know what we're working on. We know what our issues are. So we just got to, get them better, and I'm confident we can do that.
Back on the inside, Walker is there. The left edge of the Rabbitohs. They can really lay on some points.
Back to Gagai. Gagai steps, he'll score. Brings it around. It's Walker.
So they're right under their skin. They are right under their skin, and they've plucked the young fella out.
Piggins knocked down. It'll come off the stomach though. Were their hands involved here?
I don't think so.
It's Adam Reynolds streaking away for what might well be the last try of the game.
Put around the back. Benji's going to score. Happy with that pass. Benji Marshall. Gagai now off a Marshall pass. He's nearly into the backfield. Gagai through. Reynolds in support. Scoots away to score.
I want to thank all you boys. I'm very grateful to play 150 and obviously 150 for South Sydney. Both the junior come through. It's a dream come true. So just go out there tonight, boys. Rip in. Maybe attack left a bit.
Down the middle. Pass is clear. Walker now. Links up with Gagai. And Gagai scores. Here they come. Here come the winners. They go shallow. Oh yeah. Tom Burgess down the middle. Gagai in his way. Tom Burgess. Stopped it. He has claimed it. Tom Burgess. Hang on. What's the drama? Oh my God. Maguire knows it. He knows it. Again. Back on the inside. Marshall. Can you believe it? Benji Marshall, you are brilliant. This will be a try to sewer. Souths have hit full throttle now. Now Benji, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Short side play, Walker, remember they're one man down here and Gagai just cuts them open. And then a beautiful pass to Walker, goodbye. South down to 12 and it doesn't matter. Cody Walker goes in. He didn't have one run last week and he scores inside the first 2 minutes. Gagai is killing them. Johnston hat-trick. Gagai comes out the back. Here's Johnston again. He's got yet another hat-trick. Inside pass, beautiful. That's outstanding. Latrell Mitchell with the try for the Rabbitohs.
Now Latrell Mitchell picks up the try.
Sell it for the line. He'll get there. Seller for the Rabbitohs.
As a kid growing up, you never sort of think about these moments or these achievements through your career. And
Reynolds from the touchline, easy stuff. Milled in the corner. That's a training gallop to start for South. 2 minutes. Out to Campbell Graham. Oh, Dewey fell off of him. It's 26-0 and there's a kick to come.
It's the circumstances we all find ourselves in, and I'm just pleased that we're playing rugby league tomorrow night. Newcastle, I'm happy to be there. Anywhere else they told us to play, I'd be happy to be there. Just keeping the game going and keeping the fans engaged.
Touch and kick in one motion, and Taff has got a try. That's a South Sydney ripper. Here goes Burns. Here comes Beatty. Back inside. Nichols has forced his way through like Big Mel on the Kangaroo Tour. Mark Nichols scores what may be a match winner. Here's Burgess again for a double. Latrell Mitchell away from 1, 2, winding up now. Latrell Mitchell in 5th gear. Look at him go. Hamstring injury shortly. Benji Marshall, and here's Burgess steaming through. Mitchell straight through. Oh, it's easy. Gagai, he scores.
Call it through, Rabs.
Here's Reynolds then to break the record of Eric Sims. It's coming back perfectly, and just like a record, Reynolds' name goes in the frame.
Right on the offload, another piece of magic from the man who's called Latrell Mitchell.
Runs out onto the park, and of course he's playing his 100th game tonight. Across the face of Mario. Oh, he's got a double. Keep going, you'll have the 20.
Left side, Ilias. Rabbitohs makes a mess of it. It's a try! The kid scores on debut!
Away he goes to Luai, out to To'o, and they've put him into touch.
Brilliant defence.
And Dane's gone through, Walker's there supporting, and he puts it over the line for a finals try.
Reynolds.
Cody gets taken out in back play.
Here's a testing kick. It's a tap back. Now Cook with it. He accelerates away from Harper. Oh, Cook with a kick for Cody Walker. An unbelievable play by the number 9. And under towards Ruben Garrick. Oh, the catch is taken by Paulo, who runs backwards over the line.
Suncorp Stadium, formerly Lang Park, the home of Origin, and now the home of the grand final tonight. Reynolds to the line. Walker fends through, goes further, still going, he'll go all the way. Walker scores for Souths. Can they level? Walker across, Gagai, here's the try! South Sydney's try-scoring freak, Alex Johnston, gets the try near the touchline.
Well, it's their first visit to the Penrith end of the field, the whole half.
Yes, what a season it was. The best winning season in Rabbitohs history, the greatest try-scoring season and point-scoring season in the club's history as well for the NRL. So an amazing achievement. And to wrap it all up today, this is how things will play out. Shortly, we will be joined by Rabbitohs CEO Blake Solly to give his address on the state of the club. After that, we'll hear from 2021 head coach Wayne Bennett to talk about the season that was. We'll also be recognising the players in the NRL squad that made memorable milestone achievements this season. And then we will be hearing from the Rabbitohs Jersey Flag, Knock-On Effect New South Wales Cup and women's team coaches to recap their respective seasons as well. And at the end of the day, you'll be free to mingle around and we'll have the band back on stage to provide some entertainment for a couple of hours. You will find all the awards that will be presented today listed in your program. And I'd like to take a moment as well to thank all of our members and corporate partners. We thank and value your support this year more than ever before. The commitment you have made to the club during such a difficult year will never be forgotten. And we'd also like to thank the JW Marriott for hosting us today at this wonderful venue to celebrate our season. And speaking of our wonderful partners, we do have a lucky door prize as well. This one's for the ladies in the room. In celebration of our partnership and support for the South Sydney Rabbitohs and the prestigious George Piggins medal, Zalia is giving all wives and partners the chance to take home 2 gorgeous Zalia dresses. With 12 months to pick your favourites, the team at Zalia will make sure you have that head-turning dress ready for your next big ball. So just by attending tonight's event, you are ready and automatically in the running to win that fabulous prize and a nice reward for all the partners who moved heaven and earth to support the players and coaching staff this season after the COVID relocation. Of course, we are not out of the woods with the virus just yet, so we do have some biosecurity measures in place today. You must be wearing a face mask at all times when indoors unless you are eating or drinking, or it is unsafe to wear a mask. And please keep mindful of social distancing as well, and we can have a fantastic day. And, well, let's get it underway, shall we? Let's get up the CEO of the South Sydney Rabbitohs, Mr. Blake Solly, to say a few words. Please make him welcome.
Thank you, Jake, and on behalf of the South Sydney Rabbitohs, welcome to the 2021 George Piggins medal. Brian, thank you for a beautiful welcome. It's great to have a South Sydney member and fan doing that welcome. Those players you mentioned in the season we've had, thank you very much for that. I'd also like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet today and pay my respects to elders past, present and future. Clearly this is again a very different event to our usual red and green ball, but this has been another extraordinary year in many, many ways. So many people have helped the club rise to the challenges presented by 2021 and ensure we had another hugely successful year on and off the field. I'd like to take some time, if you'd indulge me, to thank all of those people. Firstly, the directors of the club, under the leadership of our chairman, Nick Pappas. I would like to thank them for their continued stability and support in another hugely challenging year. To the directors of South Cares, led by Chairman James Patterson and General Manager Alicia Parker-Elrez. When everything closed in New South Wales, this was the organisation that came to the fore. Food deliveries to the most vulnerable people in our community, programs to support the mental health and wellbeing of those that were isolated and locked down. This is an extraordinary organisation that does extraordinary things on a daily basis. To James and Alicia and all the staff at South Cares, thank you. To the senior management team and staff at the Rabbitohs, both here and at home today, thank you. I'm very honoured and privileged to lead a team with so much integrity, passion, character and appetite for hard work. Whatever the challenge over the last 18 months, you continue to rise to meet it and exceed even the highest expectations, and I look forward to the day when we're all back in the office together very soon. To the Queensland Government, represented here today by Deputy Premier Stephen Miles, Member for Greenslopes Joe Kelly, and Director General, Department of Tourism, Innovation and Sport, John Lee, thank you. Thank you for your courage and your ingenuity in allowing the relocation of the competition to Queensland, to allow the families of the players to be reunited, and your consistent financial and emotional investment in rugby league. On behalf of both the Rabbitohs and the NRL, we sincerely thank you, and I'd ask all those in the room to put their hands together for them. To the people and the businesses of the Gold Coast where we've been for the last 12 weeks, you've welcomed us, you've made us feel like this is our home, and we will be eternally grateful for it. Particularly to Brent Robinson, Executive Coordinator, Major Sporting Venues at the Gold Coast. We turned that facility at Carrara into our home, and there's no way that we would have had the success that we did have on the field without it, so thank you. To South Juniors, who unfortunately can't be here today, but to Keith McCraw and the board, firstly, thank you for the welcome to our new home at Kingsford and for the work on the 2021 Pathways Partnership that is so exciting will stand our club in great stead for many years to come. To have 6 players from our Junior League and representative pathways in the Grand Final 17 owes much to your continued and extraordinary investment into rugby league in our area. I'd also like to thank our many government and corporate partners in the room today watching the stream in New South Wales. Again, you face the most extreme challenges and stresses in your own business, but always stood by our club and our team and our staff. Without your enormous support, there's no grand final, there's no community programs, no pathways teams for boys and girls in our area, and we're eternally grateful for that support. I'd like to particularly thank our major partners, Aqualand, Alcatel TCL, Menulog, Classic, Ingenia, What If, Zoom and Crown Resorts. And to our members, both at home, on the stream and here again today. This season, there were no guarantees about entry to matches, meeting players, attending your favourite events, but you again pledge your support to the club. You've been remarkable through it all, either at games, decorating your houses, showing your support throughout the lockdown, and at the matches here in Queensland. You are the lifeblood of our great club. To all of our Pathways teams whose competitions were again completely disrupted, thank you for your patience and your perseverance. And we hope that 2022 is the season where these competitions return to normal. Finally, I'd like to thank the NRL squad players, coaches and staff. Once again, the financial, operational, logistical, emotional, biosecurity, family burdens to complete a season were largely borne by you. These sacrifices again salvaged an industry, protected the livelihoods of thousands and kept millions entertained in probably the darkest period in New South Wales for 100 years. Watching the team play on a weekend was probably the only positive time some of those people experienced in their week, and the number of them that contacted me to say they were so proud of what you were doing on and off the field is remarkable. And not only did you make those sacrifices, you played with a spirit and a style that captivated our members and fans, and many in the rugby league community. Your sacrifices, your efforts and your performances made our members and community extremely proud throughout the season, and particularly on Sunday night. If I could pay tribute and thank 2 more people individually. Firstly, our head coach, Wayne Bennett. It doesn't feel like 3 years ago, Wayne, we were on the phone, you in Brisbane and me at Redfern, me trying to convince you that you needed to come to South because we really wanted you and we really wanted you to be with us for the 3 years. But your experience and your wisdom have helped us navigate so many of those challenges faced in that time. We've been fortunate to have you help us through once-in-a-lifetime events like the competition suspension last year or the relocation to Queensland this year. You've built a deserved record and reputation for outstanding man management of players and football staff over a long period of time. But I think you deserve as much credit for the impact you've had on the other people in our business. I think every member of our organisation has benefited from your advice, wisdom, humour or support at your time in the Rabbitohs. On behalf of the owners, the board, the sponsors and the members, thank you. You've also left me as the last remaining Roy Orbison fanatic in the club, but I won't hold that against you as well. We also wish our departing players the best for the next stages of their careers. Mark and Brock will provide more on each of them, but if I can take a moment to thank our captain, Adam Reynolds. Adam, your energy, your courage, your character have been a gift to our members and community for so long. The records you've broken in the last decade speak for themselves, and your career will be celebrated by the club for years and years to come. Again, on behalf of the owners, the board, the sponsors and the members, thank you for your immense contribution to the Rabbitohs. Like everyone, we're optimistic that 2022 will be a better year for the community, that life will return to something more like the normality we all crave, and we're very confident our club will be successful on and off the field again. But today is very much about recognition and gratitude for the sacrifices and successes of our NRL squad in 2021. To that end, enjoy the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Blake. I would now like to welcome Rabbitohs Head of Football, Mark Ellison, to present the milestone achievements that were made this season. Please make him welcome. We might get the players up one by one and Mark can thank them individually. We'll start with Mark Nichols, who played his 100th NRL game. Next up, Cameron Murray, who played his 100th NRL game. Jai Arrow, who also played his 100th NRL game. Next to Alex Johnston, who played his 150th NRL game. Alex also topped the NRL try scoring list for his second straight season and became just the third player in the history of the game to score 30 tries in a season, so a terrific achievement from Alex. And last but not least, the captain, Adam Reynolds. As we saw in that video tribute, Adam became the club's highest ever point scorer this season, surpassing Eric Sims's record that stood for over 46 years. He did it in round 21 against the Eels, and he was also had the second greatest point scoring season in South Sydney history. So a terrific achievement from Adam Reynolds. Ladies and gentlemen, your milestone men for 2021. We'll just get Mark to say a few words.
Just on behalf of the club, I'd like to congratulate these players once again on achieving great milestones at our club. We celebrate debut jerseys, we celebrate milestones, and the history of the club makes this jumper a magnificent one to wear, that anyone that puts it on, and we pride ourselves in the South Sydney jersey and what it stands for. These guys have done a great job. I just wanted to thank a few of the players that will be departing us this year. With the success we've had over the past few years, as the success goes up, the salary cap seems to shrink, which makes it really difficult to fit everyone in. And obviously the captain, Adam Reynolds, who I've had a magnificent relationship over many, many years at this club, I just want to wish him all the best in his future with his family. He's done a great job here, and circumstances couldn't keep him here. The best thing about it, when we spoke about it, we were honest and upfront, and I'm glad he's got a great deal that will help set him up for the rest of his life with his family. So, well done, Adam. And to Dane Gagai, been inspirational in his time here at the club. He just doesn't know what second gear is when he's at training, when he's in the game. He's in top gear every time. And going through his negotiations as well, all he said was, we'll get it sorted. I just want to win the comp here at the Rabbitohs. And he did everything he could to do it for this year, but just fell short at that final hurdle. To Jaden Sewer, the same thing. As Gags and Reynolds, they're going to have a great future in our game because they're wonderful players and they're set up for a few years to come going to different clubs. And I thank them, the three of them especially, their time here at the club. I want to thank Braden Burns as well. He's just a wonderful human being. He's been a great footballer that's had his career hampered by injuries over the years, and he's fought hard to come back. And like the other three, he'll be sadly missed around the group, but we wish him all the best moving forward as well. And to Paddy Mago, who's going over to Wigan in England, we wish him all the best. Well done, Paddy. The luckiest thing we have here at the Rabbitohs is every player in the squad just fits in and they know what it's all about, and they're just great to have around, and that's been one of the big parts of our success the past few years, and particularly this year. And just one more thank you to Jared Wade, our head of performance, who's done a great job here. He's got a head of performance job at Collingwood. We miss him. We will miss him, and we wish him all the best for the future. So if we can have a round of applause for everyone, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mark, and congratulations to all those boys on terrific seasons for the club. And it was also a big year for our Pathways team in 2021 as well. So let's turn our attention to the big screen and check out all the highlights from our Pathways teams this year.
Hi guys, welcome to the Pathways Wrap Up. Hi guys, welcome to the Pathways Wrap brought to you by What If. Hi all, welcome to another Pathways Wrap brought to you by What If. Hi guys, welcome to another Pathways Wrap brought to you by What If. Can't wait to see how all those Pathways players go across all those carnivals, and hopefully we'll give you a catch up in the next Pathways Wrap.
Yes, some absolutely cracking football played by the teams in the Pathways program. And so let's go through some of their coaches now and hear from them about their season. We'll start with Rabbitohs Jersey Flegg head coach Joe O'Callaghan to wrap up the season and present the Jersey Flegg Awards.
First of all, just on behalf of the Jersey Flegg Cup, big shout out to our staff. So obviously Leon and Luke, our assistants, Jared in the physio role, Carl did another great job in the management with his sidekick Cole. And obviously Ben and all the strength and conditioning staff as well. That group of staff, just like the players, have been through 2 years of pretty ups and downs with COVID, and unfortunately putting all those hours in, we're only allowed to see the boys play 11 games of footy this year. In regards to the playing group, I just want to give them a massive wrap. They did everything we asked of them after a big pre-season. We were looking quite promising going into the flag season this year. We had some couple of great results along the way. Probably the highlights included a big win over the Penrith Panthers, who are a bit of a benchmark team in the Jersey Flegg Cup competition. We had a great field goal win off Lockie Ellis's boot against the Bulldogs on Good Friday out at Stadium Australia, with probably another memorable one. And probably the big one for me personally was during a bubble round, we blooded 7 SG Ball Boys up into the Jersey Flegg Cup, and we had a great win over Manly out at Ironmark High Performance Centre on that day. Probably the biggest summary for our flag group, looking back at this year, it was a great summary of, I guess, what our club's trying to do in this space, which is all about development. We saw 8 SG Ball players play at least one game of Jersey Flegg Cup. We saw 7 Jersey Flegg Cup boys obviously play in the New South Wales Cup this year, which we were quite proud of. And most importantly, all the Jersey Flegg staff and players loved seeing Davey, Lachlan and Pete make their NRL debuts after playing Jersey Flegg at some point throughout the season. So that was an achievement in itself, even though we didn't get to play in a final series this year. We'll see how we go. Looking back at the season, seeing those things ticked off and those boxes done, that was a massive congratulations to everyone involved. Our first award today for the Jersey Flegg is our Players Player Award. Obviously it's a very prestigious award in the fact that it's voted on by your fellow teammates. There's no better respect obviously within a team environment than being that teammate that everyone wants to play with. The young man who's won it this year has been with our club now for 3 years. He was part of our 2019 premiership with our flag, and this year again was another one of our guys that got to debut in the New South Wales Cup, so overall had a great season. But the standout alone was when we looked back at the votes across our Jersey Flegg games this year, he lodged a 1, 2 or 3 vote every single week, which just showed how popular he was with his teammates. This year's Players Player in the Jersey Flegg goes to Tellis Angiana.
How's it going, boys? Tellis Angiana from Jersey Flegg House. I just want to say thank you for the Players Award. It means a lot to me and it's meant a lot to my family as well. And I just want to say thank you to the men above for the guidance and to all the boys and the coaching staff as well for turning up every week. It's been a tough 2 years with the season not being complete, but hopefully next year we can get out there and complete a full season. And just thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
On to our major award today for the Jersey Flegg. It's our Player of the Year. Looking back at the season, this guy was by far a very easy pick from all the staff when we had a discussion about it. Started the year on the bench, but by round 2 had forced his way into the starting team. Played in, week out, and was top of the stats or in that top 3, both with ball in hand and also defensively as well. We're looking forward to obviously having this guy back on board next year in doing NRL pre-season for the first time, and we're excited to see how his future goes. The Player of the Year for the Jersey Flegg in 2021 goes to Ben Lovett.
huge thanks to the Rabbitohs. There are so many talented players in this flag team, so I'm feeling really honoured to receive this award. I want to thank the club for all the opportunities I've been given throughout the year. Although it was a short-lived season, I feel like our team had a lot to offer, and it was great to be a part of. Big thanks to all the staff and coaches, especially Joe Callahan. I definitely don't think I'd be in this position if it wasn't for him. I also want to thank Mum and Dad. My old man travelled about 5 hours every single weekend from parks to watch our games. Lastly, a big congratulations to all the NRL players and staff. Great season, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round for our Jersey Flag Award winners? Unfortunately, they all can't be here tonight, but we hope that they'll be back on the field and get a full season out next year. Let's move back to the big screen now and welcome in Rabbitohs knock-on effect New South Wales Cup head coach Steve Antonelli to give us an insight into his team's season, as well as present the knock-on effect New South Wales Cup award winners for 2021.
Hi everyone, hope all is well. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank a few people for the season just gone. Firstly to the South Sydney board, Blake, Brock and Ello, for allowing me to be part of a club that has high values, high expectations and a great proud history. To all my staff for their time and effort throughout the year. To Wayne, JD and Benny for including me in the group and allowing me to bring my knowledge to the table. And most importantly, to all the players that played New South Wales Cup. It was a tough season with the stopping and starting, but through these weird times, your attitude was always positive, and it was a shame we didn't get to finish the season. It was a pleasure getting to know you, and it was a pleasure to coach you. So once again, thank you to you all. The New South Wales Cup Players Player for 2021 goes to a player who's consistently tough, is a team player, earns respect through his actions, and is a champion bloke on and off the field. And that award goes to Trent Peoples.
Hey guys, I just want to say what an honour it is and a bit of a shock as well. Wasn't really expecting this award, but yeah, really honoured to be getting it. I just want to say a massive thank you to Steve, Dano and all the coaching staff, the full-time and part-time guys for all the hard work and effort they put in getting us ready week in, week out. Also want to thank the boys, all my teammates. You know, we didn't get the results that we wanted to or that we worked for on the field, but you know, it was an honour. And I really enjoyed, you know, getting to train and play with you guys each week, and it was a really great environment to be a part of. So yeah, really thankful for that. And also, I just want to say a massive thanks to South Sydney, you know, as a club, and to Joe O'Callaghan. You know, a lot of us part-timers didn't get to play any footy or much footy last year, so to get that opportunity to come back and represent South at this level of competition, yeah, that was massive. So really thankful for that, and yeah, grateful for the award.
Yeah, a round of applause for Trent. Our next award is the knock-on effect New South Wales Cup Player of the Year, and to help me out with this award, I'd like to call onto stage Rabbitohs head physiotherapist Eddie Farah to assist with the award. Oh, there he is. He's already here. All right, let's go back to Steve, and who will present the award.
The New South Wales Cup Player of the Year for 2021 goes to a player who strives and works for excellence in his game week in, week out. For that work ethic, he was rewarded for his NRL debut game this year, and one for him to remember. And that player is Dean Hawkins.
Dean will just get up here and make a speech if you want. Just over here, come over here.
Very honoured to get this award. It was a tough season in New South Wales Cup. A bit disappointed we didn't get to finish it, obvious circumstances. But yeah, I'm proud of the group we had. You know, we had a few tough games there, but you know, it was an enjoyable experience. But you know, to come up here and be away with this group of lads, you know, that's an honour as well. So yeah, just privileged, you know, and hopefully we can build on it next year. So thank you.
Congratulations, Dean, and to all our New South Wales Cup winners. Well, it's now time to welcome in Rabbitohs women's team head coach, Dean Witters, to give us an insight into their season and present their awards for 2021.
Just a bit of a wrap-up of the season for our Harvey Norman Women's Premiership team this year. I think the girls were fantastic. We had a really young team, a bit of an inexperienced team, but they came together well. We continued to improve our football throughout the season. And I think you know, our season culminated in some great wins where we beat the West Tigers in the last game and won a few games towards the end of the season, which would really give the girls a lot of hope going into next season, and I really wish them well. I want to thank Joe Callahan and Brock for all the work that they put into the women's program this year. The Pathways program at the club is terrific, and the girls got to be part of that this year, and I think everyone appreciated it. I know all the coaches appreciated it as well. For me personally, to thank all our coaches that were involved in the team this year, did a tremendous job, all of them. They were great to work with, had a lot of fun. And I know they brought a lot of professionalism to the women's game. To our players, thanks for all the efforts that you guys put in this year. It's a young team, but it's continuing to develop and grow. The program's developing and growing at South, and I think there's a big future for a lot of our younger players and the team as a whole and the club as a whole in this women's space. For me personally, I just want to thank everyone involved in the club. Thank all our sponsors, and it was a great season, and I wish everyone well for 2022. Harvey Norman Women's Premiership Players Player for 2021 is Katie Brown.
Thank you. That's amazing. This is still so awkward without a crowd, but it's so nice to be voted Players Player by my peers in 2021. By the final round, I finally learnt how to tackle. Yes, but Dino, I really appreciate you coaching me and giving me the opportunity in the last couple of years with South, and it's really lovely to have the support by my players, because I feel like this is the one that if I ever won an award, I'd always want to win. It's always nice to be respected by peers, and I loved absolutely training the house down. Still have so much to learn in the footy space, but this this actually means so much, because I definitely have tried my hardest. Still got plenty of work to do on the field, but I feel so proud to represent the Bunny and be South Sydney Rabbitoh. It's really cool. Thank you.
And our Harvey Norman Women's Premiership 2021 Women's Player of the Year is Sally Mailangi. Congratulations, Sally.
Oh, thank you. I just want to thank the coaching staff, Dino, and everyone that was involved, all the way down to physio. Francis, thank you for keeping me alive this year. To all my teammates, thank you for making it such an enjoyable year. And yeah, just thanks to the Rabbitohs for having faith in me.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for all of our Pathways winners, the ones that are here tonight and the ones that can't be here. They are in Sydney. We're now going to take a quick meal break. I know you must be starving, so we'll get the food out, enjoy. We'll have a quick break, but we'll be back very, very soon. If you're streaming the event, it will not be long. So stick with us. We'll be back very soon. Enjoy your meal.
If you keep this up, then I'll let you in, 'cause you have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you almost make me fall in love. Yeah, you got me hypnotized under your spell. I know I'll go home with you tonight. Oh, wanna get you closer to my body. Wanna feel your hands all over me. Gotta make them jealous, everybody, 'cause you know we got it, chemistry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying your meal. We're going to be starting in a little bit, about 5 minutes time. So if you're out mingling, just make your way back to your seat and we'll get started with the next awards. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're enjoying your meal and enjoying the hospitality here at JW Marriott that they're putting on for everyone. We'll get back into these awards, and the next award is the Borough Appreciation Award for both the NRL and the women's squads. So I'd like to invite Rabbitohs Head of High Performance, Jared Wade, to the stage to help present these awards on behalf of the Borough. Please make him welcome. We now have a very special video from Melissa and Dylan Brenner, members of the Borough and an integral part of the Rabbitohs Club. Let's see what they have to say.
On behalf of the Borough, we are very pleased to announce the winner of the 2021 Borough Appreciation Award for the South Sydney women's team is
Ricka Lamb.
And now, on to the Borough Appreciation Award for our NRL team, presented by Kavina Anderson.
Thank you everyone involved in getting us to another grand final, and while it wasn't the result you deserved, we couldn't be more prouder of your efforts this year. To those moving on, we're sorry we weren't able to give you a proper Borough send-off. To Adam, thanks for the memories. We wish you all the best, just not against us. You'll always be special to the Borough. Once a Rabbitoh, always a Rabbitoh. And to those remaining with the club, we can't wait to be standing and singing for you again next year. And now it gives us great pleasure to announce the winner of the Borough Appreciation Award for 2021 is Cody Walker.
Yeah, look, I feel extremely lucky to be standing in this position right now, to be playing at a club where we put family and community first at the forefront of everything we do. I'm just extremely proud to be a Rabbitoh and so thankful to be receiving this award. Thanks very much.
Congratulations, Cody. And as Cody said, the Rabbitohs is all about family. It's about community. As we know, a club is only as good as the effect that it has on its community. So we'll go back to the big screen now and show a little package on all the hard work and dedication that the South Cares program have put in throughout the 2021 season to ensure everyone in the community is always looked after. Enjoy.
While South Sydney and the rest of the NRL have been in COVID camp over the Queensland border, the Bunnies are still taking care of business in the Borough. The Rabbitohs community arm hard at work caring for those sidelined by COVID.
Here at the Rabbitohs, we understand that it's important to stay connected with family and friends. However, there can be problems with being online, and we want to help you understand some of the dangers of the online world.
I think there's still shame or stigma around mental health because I still think that people think that they're weak when they admit that there's an issue or asking for help.
People who suffer through it just don't think it's normal to speak out.
Any sign of weakness is frowned upon.
Because a lot of people are in denial that they have mental health.
Because of trauma, also stories that have been passed down to us of things that are still occurring today.
Mental health doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone from all walks of life.
Hey, Yarn, Neil and Gordon here from South Cares and the South Sydney Rabbitohs out here in Dubbo. We're visiting roughly around 3,000 kids, delivering some good messages around mental health, along with some talks on e-safety, and working with University of New South Wales to touch on some opportunities that is there available, along with running some footy clinics with some current and retired NRL players from the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
NAIDOC for me is just a week of celebration. Longest living culture in the world, 60,000 years. Proud Aboriginal Heritage Club. We're in the heart of Redfern, which is a massive Aboriginal population here.
Yeah, NAIDOC for me and my family just represents culture and I guess togetherness and belonging. I guess for us it's not really a week, it's a lifestyle.
This year's theme is Heal Country, Heal Our Nation.
The country of Australia itself is very healing to the Indigenous people. Obviously a lot of people connect to the land, the connection to country itself. It really lifts their spirits and they get that sense of healing from being where they're from and breathing in the air and feeling the country, the soil on their feet.
well, South Sydney has been a big part of my family. Going to the games with my dad and my family, it was just really a thing that brought me and my family together. It's something we still do. So you guys just walking out of it, it makes me very proud to be Indigenous and able to share that with my family. And yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. And you know, I'm going to wear it with pride, and I know you'll be feeling the same way. So we thank you again for designing it, and yeah, can't wait.
Like a proud moment to see us run out on like the jerseys that we all had an input on.
Yeah, well for me personally, I can't wait to put on the jersey, and you know, every year's been about us, but finally giving back to the community and wearing. I can't wait to represent Lapa, and obviously where I played junior, so I can't wait to put it on.
And I can't wait to see you play on it. I'll be awesome, yes.
Thanks, Brad. Looks mad. Thanks for that.
No problem, bro.
Hi, I'm Dan Gagai from the South Sydney Rabbitohs, and today I'm here to read a book in honour of 2021 Book Week. Today we'll be reading There's No Such Thing by Heidi McKinnon. Let's get into it.
Alfie was happy his wish had come true. I wished for a friend just as special as you. The end. Hi guys, Braden Burns here. Hope you enjoyed Alfie's big wish and you enjoyed reading it with me. Thank you.
Hey mob, Mitchell Mitchell here from the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
We need to keep our community, our kids and our elders safe.
I just want to let you know that I'm thinking of you back home. I want to encourage you to go and get tested if you're feeling unwell.
South Cares, in partnership with Redfern AMS and the City of Sydney, have set up safe and free COVID testing sites in Redfern.
What do we think? Braden Burns and Dayton Gagai got future hosting play school, I reckon. Smooth, lads. Terrific work by South Cares, and the work they do in the community, you can see the impact it has, and it makes a difference to so many people's lives all across Sydney and New South Wales. So terrific work done by them. It's now time to move on to the Roy Assetasi Members' Choice Award. Now, this award is voted on by the members only based on who they believe was the standout in 2021. And I'd like to please invite former Rabbitohs coach John Lang to the stage to help present the award. And to present the award via video is Rabbitohs member co-board director Ray Martin.
Final that was, so close, but never mind, they played really great. And I think South Sydney obviously is about the football players, legends like Johnny Sattler, who gave blood and they still give blood for South, so you can't beat them. But it's also about the members. South Sydney is the people's club, has always been the people's club. We wouldn't have a club without the members. We've got the most members, we've got the loudest, we've got the most loyal and the most devoted fans of the lot. So the Members Award is a big one. It may well be the biggest that we give to anybody. It's been named after Roy Assetasi, that prop forward warrior who gave 7 seasons to the Mighty Bunnies. Last year it was won by our captain, Adam Reynolds. This year, the 2021 Roy Assetasi Members Award goes to, give me a drum roll, here we go, I think the best forward in the game, Cameron Murray. Cam, congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you. I don't know how to beat Cody up here, but yeah, it really is a true honour, true honour to be gifted this reward. It's been a crazy year for us, for everyone involved, everyone back in New South Wales as well. Just like to thank the coaching staff, always very dedicated. All the staff at Q1 for looking after us and the Mercure when we first got up here. The Gold Coast Suns for lending us our facility. Really grateful and appreciate that. It's always a bit bittersweet at these awards night. Well, for every time I've been here anyway, because we've always come up short. So yeah, I feel like it's a little bit more sad this year too, with the departing players and obviously coach departing as well. So yeah, I guess don't mean to be a downer or anything, but really sorry that we couldn't get the job done for you this year, but I guess it's good motivation moving forward, and we just need to remember this feeling because, yeah, it's something that we're always going to strive for, and going to try and have a break now and come back more motivated and driven than ever. So hope everyone enjoys tonight. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it.
Congratulations to Cameron Murray for taking home the Members' Choice Awards, and that's a man with a fire in his belly, determined to come back bigger and better next year. The next award is the Albert Clift Award and is given to the most outstanding contribution to the team. To present this award, I would now like to welcome to the stage Rabbitohs Chief Operating Officer Brock Schaefer.
Thanks, Jake, and thank you, Blake, for allowing me to present this award today. Albert Clift, for those of you who may not know, is an icon of this club. He played for the club, he was a director of this club, he is a life member of this club. To those of you watching on the live stream, if you jump onto rabbitohs.com.au, there is one of the most touching tributes you'll ever read, written by Jeremy Monaghan, our head of media, in Albert's honour. Albert was a special man, and this award is named in his honour to recognise an outstanding contribution to this football club. The proudest and greatest in the game. It is not bestowed annually. It is bestowed upon somebody whose service goes above and beyond what we expect at this club, what we expect in life, really. It has only been given out once in the last decade. Last year to Brian Stowe, our footy operations officer. It makes sense that in a pandemic year, in a year where our entire competition was transplanted from our homes in Sydney to here in southeast Queensland, that we would once again find somebody worthy of recognition. What I would suggest, though, is that when I look at this room and I see the players, I see all of the staff who joined myself in coming here 84 days ago, I see so many people worthy of recognition. So many people. Hard work and sacrifice have become the bywords of our experience here in southeast Queensland. I think about our partners who endured an incredibly challenging quarantine experience upon their arrival here. I don't want to single out individuals, but I think Maria Selle went through something incredibly challenging, a really young family. I'm in awe of what all of our partners and indeed all of the children of our players and staff went through to join their players, join their partners and support them here in southeast Queensland. I think of Dane Gagai and Tau Tau Moga, who for so much of this season were separated from their partners and children. And I think of some staff members, Lee Richardson, Mark Ellison, Michelle Arnold. They came here and never had the opportunity to be surrounded by their family. So I'd ask you to also join your hands in acknowledging those people. Something we said at the outset of our journey when Wayne and Blake found out we were coming to southeast Queensland, and by the way, I will just say, it's always been my dream to work for the Rabbitohs but live in Queensland, so I will thank COVID for helping me come home for at least a couple of months. But when we started this journey, we always expected that Grand Final Day would be played in Brisbane. We knew that it was going to be an 80-day piece of endurance, and our goal at the beginning of it was to share the journey, not just with our families, not just with our sponsors, but with everyone in Sydney and in New South Wales, to everyone who's watching on the live stream at home. We wanted to share that journey, and there was only one way we could do that. And the recipient of the Albert Clift Award this year was integral to that, to share the journey, to talk about the love that exists in this football club, that exists between our players and their families, to talk about the service, to talk about the excitement and energy. We needed to ask a young gentleman and his wife and his young son, who don't normally work in the football program, to join us here in southeast Queensland. He did it without question, as last year he also joined our COVID bubble without question or hesitation. He's a great father, he's a great husband, he's a great man. He's someone who everyone in this football club goes to when they need a smile. He brings great energy and enthusiasm to everything he does at our club. The recipient of the Albert Clift Award for Most Outstanding Contribution to the South Sydney Rabbitohs is Sonny Bra.
This bell was used at the first game of rugby league.
Is it on? Oh, what a shot. Oh, yeah, that's it, boys, that's it. Great job.
Part of the team now.
Here we are on a beautiful, sunny, windy South Queensland day. Loving life, mate.
Looks so professional, you know what I mean?
Thank you, everybody. I'm actually quite speechless because I was not expecting this. I actually had made a different package for this award. But I appreciate what the club has done. I appreciate everybody in this room, especially all the players and staff, everyone back in Sydney who've actually been the hardworking backbone to getting us all here. So thank you, everybody. Everything that happens on field happens with the same amount of effort off field. So thank you to everyone involved in the club and all the members and the fans. Thank you. Appreciate it.
congratulations, Sonny. I know from a media perspective, he's always so great to deal with, and he's a great representative for the Rabbitohs club. So congratulations again, man. Now we get to one of the sadder parts of the afternoon, and that is saying goodbye to the players that will be leaving the club at the end of this season. And although they are leaving us, we know that they have left a huge mark on the club, and they will be missed, but they will always be a Rabbitoh.
This night is over, I will guide you home. All this time you thought we'd never pay the price.
Strip at his right-hand side. Here's Masters now. Fens staying alive. Clip to the right side. This is Walker. Out the back. Nick Shaw did everything right. Masters on the bow.
Away for the 16. Mago, Walker, finds Mago, middle of the ground. Look at Patrick Mago step his way up the field and draw in 4 defenders. It goes to Walker, his ball to Burns, who reaches out for number 2. Burns there sweating on a mistake. Burns gets it back. They apply too much pressure. They force an error.
Oh, he comes one there.
Not the play you want to run into, Dan.
Yeah, good contact from Sewer under the ribs.
I mean, I've got some good mates here and some lifelong friends here.
Ricochet, towed forward by Sewer. He plants it down.
Oklahoma Tony through a massive gap. This will be a try to Sewer. Souths have hit full throttle now. Reynolds straight across the field, coached a long way in. He makes the tackle, but not before Johnston threw it around the back. Benji's going to score.
I'm just really grateful to be in this position and have this opportunity and to be able to be here at this great club who have really shown me a lot of support, especially from the players, to get me here with Wayne and then the club and the fans. Just really felt the love being here and really enjoying myself at the moment.
Murray, what a ball! Marshall up against Brimson, back on the inside. It's ridiculous. It's amazing. Marshall. Cody Walker there, now space. Gagai shows it beats everybody.
Again to their left side. Walker got it away. Mitchell joined in. And they're going in to score again. The Rabbits. Gagai this time.
It's Gagai. It's another South Sydney try.
Yeah, the fans here at Redfern and South Sydney, they're so passionate, and that's something I really love about this club, and I'm just very honoured to be a part of it.
Now it's with Walker. Gagai, they're lining up. Yeah, Johnson unmarked. He goes on his own, and Dane Gagai helps himself to a Rabbitohs try.
Montoya intercepted by Dane Gagai. The Great Dane streaking up the sideline. Canterbury in pursuit, but no one will get near Dane Gagai. Reynolds to take the first shot. He likes it, the crowd likes it, and so does the referee.
Luke for the line, keeps it alive. Reynolds!
The moment has come. It's right on line. It is right on line, and the flags are in the air.
Great privilege for me to be here as the head coach to announce South Sydney's captain for 2020 in Adam Reynolds.
It's been a dream of mine for a long time, and yeah, it's a great privilege to lead out this bunch of boys.
Oh, Reynolds. 2-point field goal! He's got it! He's got it! Happy?
Reynolds then to break the record of Eric Sims. It's coming back perfectly, and just like a record, Reynolds' name goes in the frame.
Still feel I'll be a very big part of South Sydney, for the rest of my life. I'll still bleed red and green.
Number 5.
6, 7.
Yeah, on behalf of the club and the supporters, I'd like to thank all the departing players for the dedication they have had for the Rabbitohs this year and over the years they have been involved with the club. You will be missed, but we thank you for everything. Now, from those moving on to those who are just getting started, it is time for our next award, which is the John Sattler Rookie of the Year Award. Now, this is obviously named after the club, one of the club's most inspirational leaders. Sats led the Rabbitohs to 4 premierships in the late 60s and early 70s, and who could forget famously playing 77 minutes in the 1970 grand final victory with a broken jaw. He epitomises everything great about South Sydney. And so I'd like to invite on stage Rabbitohs assistant coach Ben Hornby to assist with this award. And if you could turn your attention to the big screen, we have Chairman of the Juniors, Keith McGraw, to present this prestigious award.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Nick and the board and Blake for the opportunity and the honour to present the Rookie of the Year award to what I think has been a wonderful season. We kicked off with the Charity Shield up there in Mudgee and won 21 of our 25 ensuing matches. Over the course of the year, we've debuted 5 players, Dean, Peter, Blake, Davy and Lachlan, and I've had the opportunity to at first hand see the way the squad has inducted them and nurtured them into the side. So it's something that's really sent out a message, I think, to not only the other clubs, but everyone plays within our junior league and those that have a desire to join the Rabbitohs Pathway program, that the dream is alive here at South. I was bestowed the honour of presenting the jumper to Blake Taff earlier this year up there at Brisbane. We actually went into lockdown the week after that, so I dodged a bullet in doing that. It was a great honour for me, and it's an even greater honour to here tonight present Blake Taff with the John Sattler Rookie of the Year Award. Congratulations, mate. I look forward to having a beer with you when you get back. Cheers.
I didn't realise there was going to be this many people, so I'm a bit nervous. I want to say thanks to Wayne for giving me my debut, and especially having the faith in me to let me play in the finals. Thank JD and Benny for the help over this past year. I want to thank all the boys. It's been such a great year. I know we fell one short, but you know, like Cam said before, it drives us for next year. And I just want to thank everyone for coming. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations to Blake taking home the Rookie of the Year award. What a debut season he had, filling the huge shoes of Latrell Mitchell so admirably and becoming the most inexperienced player in grand final NRL history. So amazing achievement from this young fella. We now move on to the Bob McCarthy Clubman of the Year award. Now, this award is named after South Sydney legend Bob McCarthy. Macca is credited with revolutionising the second row position in the game. He won 4 premierships with the Rabbitohs and went on to coach the club, and he was also awarded an MBE. I would like to invite Blake Solly, Rabbitohs CEO, to help assist with the award. And if you could turn your attention to the big screen, we have a legend of the game in Bob McCarthy to say a few words about the recipient of the Clubman of the Year award.
Hi, welcome. Hope you're all getting a good suntan up there in sunny Queensland. It's been a great year for the Rabbits. Any side that can amass 40-odd points throughout the season has done a pretty good job, and from all old blokes my age and so on, we'd like to just congratulate everyone that participated throughout the year in the mighty red and green jumper. My award, the Bob McCarthy Award, has gone to a player that's really improved throughout the year, and he finished up being the captain, and the guy I speak highly of is Mark Nichols. So, Mark, congratulations on winning the Bob McCarthy Award, and you really, really deserved it, mate. Thank you.
A bit like Blake, I didn't expect to get an award today. I think I've probably spent most of my career trying to fly under the radar, and this year's been a bit unexpected. I've had to start games, I've had to captain the club, I've had to score tries, I've had to give speeches. Again, tonight I've got to give a speech, but yeah, big honour to get this award. Bob presenting it, Clubman of the Year, such a special club. So yeah, I'd like to thank everyone. Everyone sort of said it tonight. Thanks to the NRL for getting us up here. Thank you, especially my beautiful partner, but also all the beautiful partners that come up here and did what they did. Thanks to Wayne. He's got a few sons in the team, but I know we're going to miss him. So yeah, anyone that I've missed, sorry, but thank you. It's an honour to win this award. So.
Congratulations to Mark on winning Clubman of the Year. The following man needs no introduction. He is widely regarded as Rugby League's greatest ever coach. He was made a member of the Order of Australia for services to Rugby League, inducted into the Sports Australia Hall of Fame, and holds the Rugby League coaching record for most grand final wins, and has also won 556 games of football. Today we say thank you to Wayne Bennett. We knew that we were destined for great things when the most successful club in history joined forces with the most successful coach in history together in 2019. And as they say, once a Rabbitoh, always a Rabbitoh.
It feels great. I was put the shirt on this morning, looked at myself in the mirror and thought that's okay. Come to training and enjoyed my morning with everybody. It's feel there's a really good vibe in the place, so it was a pleasure to be here.
Wayne Bennett, welcome to the club, mate.
Thanks, Sam. Pleasure to be here. You meet them and you just get a good vibe, and they care about their club, and they just want the club to stand tall, and they know they can't win the premiership every year, but they just want to be proud of their club and their players, and that's the vibe you get from them.
I just want to, do the best by the fans here and the players. The history does add more pressure to you, no doubt about that. But I'm used to pressure. I've coached under it all my life, so that's not going to worry me. And there's a group of men here that I really feel are committed to the club and what we're trying to achieve. So I just can't wait for the season to start.
How do you feel about dealing with Sydney media again every week?
I can't wait. It'll be the highlight of my time here.
Wayne Sam as captain, an easy choice.
Yeah, that wasn't hard. Next question. I'm not interested, so next question. Next question. Next question. Next question.
South have come up with it. The Bunnies will win.
Up his left foot, he's going in. John Sutton scores.
And I'm sure his 300 games and his grand final ring will go great with all his bra mates. Which I've been trying to get an introduction to, but I haven't got enough tattoos apparently, so that's not happening.
Two teams that don't like each other very much. All the ingredients are there for a Friday night blockbuster here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. He's picked his time to go, he's nearly through them. He's got Reynolds on the back up, he rolls it through for Walker to chase. The ball sits up on his lap, and Souths have
These away trips for the boys, what does that do for the morale of the team?
We do a lot of away trips, so I don't know. What's this, some special medicine we take when we get away or something? We'll change our attitude.
Cameron Murray has gone over to score what well might be the decisive try. Canberra into the grand final.
Unfortunately, this level trying doesn't get the job done for you. You either do it or you don't, and we didn't do it. So I'll be late back to pre-season training because I've got an offer to go Dancing with the Stars, and I'm going to take it up. Thank you.
Oh, they love it in the coach's box. Even the old coach has got a smile on his face. No.
Great privilege for me to be here as the head coach to announce South Sydney's captain for 2020. And Adam Reynolds.
Let's get on with it. All the best. 850 games. The longevity is incredible. Hopefully you're able to cap it off with a win.
Wayne, is the news true that you were dining at Grappa yesterday?
Just want to repeat that for me?
Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
Where's Danny Wiley, right? Mark Nichols, the try assist. And look at Wayne, they're all laughing again.
I feel very lucky to be a part of it, and I feel that tonight when I'm sitting here, I just feel I'm very lucky to have been a part of something as great as rugby league. I've spent my life in it and been the great love of my life, and feel a bit blessed tonight to be able to see a football team play like that.
Wayne Bennett has mellowed.
Where do you go from here?
Go to Canberra on Saturday. I just felt it was a totally mixed performance between the good, the bad and the ugly.
Score! Oh, he's giving it to Alex Johnson. It's under 8.
Wayne, James Bracey here, mate. You got me loud and clear over there?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Depth into the pass, and here he is. Mr. Magic goes in to score. He'd be waiting for quite some time. Moses puts a couple of grubbers in before Cook picks it up, and then he sprints through. Damien sprints through, down the right side, steps again, and Cookie goes in for another try. He's a superstar.
Wayne, how would you sum up that performance?
Not too bad.
And Paulo is on his way to the line. They're going to the preliminary final. The Panthers have won it. They've won the second preliminary final.
Their effort was outstanding and could have executed a bit better, but you can always do those things better. But you know, I've never been able to fault their effort in this team since I've been with them. They always try their best, and sometimes their best isn't good enough, but tonight they were in there doing that.
Wayne Bennett in his last season for the club would love to win it. He could be the first coach to win a premiership with 3 NRL clubs.
It's just not a one-night stand, so 24 games in front of us, and it's just need to start, you know, as I said, the way we want to play and what suits us.
Goes to Mitchell, they won't stop Mitchell.
How keen are you to win this one and make it 10 in a row? It's a phenomenal achievement.
Well, I've spent a lifetime being keen to win something. It's a good news for me is I don't read your papers and I don't watch you on TV, so you better tell me what's going on.
Wayne, it sounded like there was a lot of energy and excitement in that shed, a good showing from a really young side.
Who, me? I think that we've only lost 4 games in a season. It's certainly the best season I've coached in. I don't think I've had that many wins in my whole career. So
Still a grumpy old man to you guys, but he's actually a really caring, friendly guy.
Hello? I'm interviewing myself. Wayne on Wayne.
Well, it's Wayne Bennett's 888th game as head coach. 888, 888.
Reynolds has got a choice. Taft got it away. Paulo scores the try.
My attitude to all of this as the season unfolded, not to, you know, dwell on grand finals because there's so many bridges you've got to cross before you get there. So I've just been ticking them all off and not thinking about the week ahead. So I came here tonight knowing that, you know, we'd lost 3 prelims in a row, 2 under with me as coach, and we've, you know, fallen at the last moment. So the last thing I want to think about was what next week might hold for us. So probably in the last 10 minutes when Campbell Graham started to miss a couple of tackles, I probably started to think about the grand final and what it meant. But up until then, it was furthest thing from my mind.
Suncorp Stadium, formerly Lang Park, the home of Origin, and now the home of the grand final tonight. South Sydney greeted by an overwhelming majority, it would seem.
What a gripping game of rugby league. What an outstanding effort from both sides.
You know, you go through life, you have regrets and you have disappointments, and, you know, this is a disappointment tonight. It's not a regret. Well, I didn't regret anything. Well, they're honest, they're hard-working, great group of kids, young men, responsible, and working-class Australia. I love them.
You'll laugh at those Wayne Bennett interviews, but you should try being on the other end of them. It's not enjoyable. I'd like to welcome now Rabbitohs head of football, Mark Ellison, to say a few words.
Thank you. It's quite an honour to stand up here tonight and to honour but the greatest coach to have ever coached in rugby league. And there's no doubt in my mind, there's no doubt in many people's minds that that's the case. And as a club, we've been so fortunate to have him here for the last 3 years. I first met Wayne back in 1988 at a camp in Armidale where they used to have coaches from all over the state would be able to come and do their level 1 coaching course. There'd be about 300 kids there. There'd be about 60 or 70 coaches. And NRL coaches and players would come up to help out. And I just remember Wayne up there. It was just the start of the first time the Broncos had come into the competition. And his love of the game just showed out from that day to me. And, you know, I watched what he did with the kids and the coaches and things like that. You could just see, you know, it wasn't hard work for him, it was a passion. And I heard him the other day when they asked him about what's he going to coach anymore. And why do you coach? He said, I still coach for the same reason I coached for when I started. That's because he loves the game and he wants to improve people and help them along in life. And he's done that at this club, not only on the field, but off the field. There are a lot of things that none of us ever see in what he does. But I know the relationship he has, particularly with this playing group, and the playing group we've had for the last 3 years has been second to none. And he got this team, we've had adversity over these 3 years. Everything wasn't plain sailing. You know, Melbourne talk about losing their big three. In this 3-year period, we lost Sam Burgess, John Sutton, and Greg Inglis, and then Latrell at the back end of our big seasons. Okay? So when we got to these stages in the finals, we didn't have our best team on the field in any of these games. And it's just a credit to Wayne and his ability to get players to be the best they can that we've gone as far as we have. I think the last 6 weeks, you know, I'm being up here in camp. I obviously never got the chance. I'd never go into team meetings and that back home. But every time I'd walk past there, I'd hear laughter and that coming out. You know, it was just outstanding. The boys were getting the job done, what they had to do, but he made it enjoyable for them along the way. And everything was fun until we got out on the training field and then got out in the field. And as you know, this run in from 6 weeks ago, and we played Penrith in that second last game of the season. We went out there, started well, but we didn't finish it off. But that was just part of his plan that he started from that night. He spoke about that being our rehearsal for the big games ahead. And, you know, it was just something that he got everyone to believe in. And then we came and knocked them off in the first game of the finals. Okay, and then the rest is history. But I'm not sure many other people could have done what they've done at this club with the staff he's got, but just the person he is, and his love of football and his love of the players has been magnificent. And it's an honour to have had you at the club, Wayne, I must say that. And the inscription on the trophy today is, thank you from the greatest club to the greatest coach. Wayne Bennett.
Thanks, Mark. After that introduction, I can't wait to hear myself speak. One of the joys about today is I don't have to say a real lot because the team did all the talking this year. And I just want to make a couple of special mentions of that team and what I thought was so special about it. We won 22 out of 27 games in the season, which is a great record, certainly the most number of games that I've won in one football season. At one stage, I think we had 10 players missing from the team on a night that we played the Cowboys with origin commitments and players having buys and not being able to play for us, whatever. And it kind of epitomised the season because at lots of stages we had lots of players missing and just somebody else in the squad put his hand up and carried the baton for us and went forward. And that was to continue throughout the season. We took 2 50-point losses. That is difficult to overcome. But to their credit again, they overcame those issues. Everybody else in the game thought we had lost our way and all opportunities. But again, they're resilient, they were committed, and we moved on. And then we got towards the playoffs and we lost one of the great players of the game. And I think that night, there was a great deal of pain amongst us all. We knew what he bought for us. We know how much, he knows how important he is to us. He knows how much we care about him. And nobody blamed me for what happened, but it just happened, and we had to bear the consequences of that. No one looked over their shoulder. We grabbed young Taff, Blake, and we just put him in the team and said, mate, you can do this job. He played one full game, I think, of NRL, and he was outstanding for us for the next 5 or 6 weeks, but he was only outstanding because of the men around him. Because in that group of men, there's some really special people, and they make you feel so important. They make you feel part of that joint and part of the club, part of the team. And that's led by the captain, who I think is a magnificent player, and I think he probably had one of his best seasons ever this year for us. Damien's there as well, who's a real stabling influence on everybody, a lot of calmness about him. Cody, who's, cares as much as anybody I've ever coached and is just great around the playing group. We brought Cam into the group this year as well because we could see his development and to go forward. And then Latrell was there in that group, and then Benji came in as well. And Benji just added a little bit more to all the things that we had there because he's great with his own leadership within the group. And that was the thing that was the core for us this season, that group of men that held everybody together. Cody hardly missed a game if he missed any at all. Adam only missed one, and so we were pretty lucky with those type of players. So, and I've got to say, Taff played like he did in that playoff series because of their leadership around him, because of the confidence that they give him and the belief they had in him. So, pretty special year, and we did fail at the last hurdle. But I again, from the time I was a young coach to today, I've always wanted. There's 2 things I've always wanted. I've always wanted my teams to play within the spirit of the game, because I love the game. And there is a spirit about our game, and you've got to understand that spirit. And there's a price you've got to pay for that. And the second thing that I love about the teams that I coach, they just won't give up. It's not in our DNA. And that grand final epitomised us. It epitomised what South Sydney was about, what my coaching's been about. We were beaten time and time again in that game, but we just refused to be beaten. And we fought back, and we came back into the game, and to be beaten by 2 points at the end, I can handle that. But more importantly, it was just the manner in which we handle ourselves, and makes them a pretty special group of men that I've been really, really proud to be a part of. Just a couple of people back home watching games, watching tonight here rather, or this afternoon, that I just want to say good day to Mario and Beck. He's spilt more blood and sweat than most players have in the history of South Sydney, and I know he'd be watching. I know he's a great fan of mine. He was very supportive of me when I arrived. Shannon Donato, I've been missing his lunches. I'll just say good day to Shannon and all the staff back there that have supported us here. We came away thinking we'd probably gone for a month. We've gone for 84 days now, And but we did it great. We got great staff. They led the way with all of this, and the players followed suit, and the partners arrived, and the wives and families, and that really put the icing on the cake for us. And it's been an extremely happy time for us all, and we played some of our best football through this period of time. So we have no excuses. We did our best, and as a coach, that's all you ask for. You ask them to do their best. Just a couple of staff matters I want to finish with. I want to thank Mark. He's been in the office with me the whole time, the 3 years here. He's a really stable bloke, loves the club, loves its history, and he keeps me in check and makes sure that we don't get ahead of ourselves. Brock is a tremendous administrator, and if the game realises how much ability he's got, South Sydney will lose him, but the game's not that smart, so that's probably not going to happen. To our CEO, I've got a great relationship with him. I find him a great person, and again, the one thing that comes through with me, I don't like drama queens. I like people that are calm under pressure, because that's what we live under pressure. It's every day of our life virtually, and he epitomises that. He's calm all the time and keeps it together. I'd like to thank Nick, our chairman. Never saw much of him. He's the least chairman I've ever seen in my life. But he asked me to one board meeting a year, and I forgot the last one I was supposed to go to. But that's my type of board. They just stay away from me, let me do my job. And I've got to say, to his credit and the board and all of them, they've been wonderful. To Russell, I just love his passion. He really cares about his club. And he's been great to work with. Tried to tell me a couple of times about players I should pick and shouldn't, but that was okay. That's his prerogative. We worked through that matter. I got the team I wanted, and we're still friends. One person I have missed enormously has been Sam Burgess. I work with a lot of great people, but he's as good as me I've ever worked with. And Tom had an outstanding season this year. And the other guy is John Sutton. And we're just sorry we couldn't bring him with us, but I wish he was here with us today. And then to my staff, to Ben and Jason, we spent a lot of time together. Jason's been with me for 5 years now. He's done his apprenticeship. He's ready to take South Sydney over, and I can tell you he'll do a great job for you. He's committed. And Ben, I was so pleased to be able to bring him to South Sydney. He was a wonderful player for me at the Dragons. We won a premiership together there. He was the captain of the club, a bit like Adam. He had a calmness about him that I loved, and he's still got that calmness. He gets a little pissed off every now and then, but otherwise he can hold it together. But he's a great attribute to the club, and I've loved having him around the place. He's honest with me. He tells me what he thinks, and he knows I don't cop the bullshit real well, and he doesn't go down that path. So. But we're in good hands, that's what I'm telling you all. I've got a wonderful playing group. Will we miss the players that are leaving? Yes, we will. But there'll be other young men that will come along and they'll get opportunity, and that's what this game's all about, is opportunity. And for me, there's no media here. I have some decisions to make. I just don't know what course it'll take at the moment, but I just need some space. I'm going to go home to the cows, spend a couple of weeks with them. That will sort my head out, and if you read Peter Bedell, you'll find out what I'm doing. So he asked me more questions than anybody else. And I'll leave you on this to the fans and the members. Love's a word we throw around a lot these days, and sometimes it's very carelessly, but I have loved being South Sydney's coach because I've loved the fans. From the day that I went there, they accepted me, and they embraced me. We hadn't even coached a game. And I know the players feel from all the time as well, and they're great fans, and we're so lucky to have you all, and I know we made you proud this year, and there'll be many more seasons that this club will make you proud, but thank you for your support, and without you we don't have a game and we don't have these things that we play for. All the best to everybody. I look forward to when I see you again and wherever we may meet. Thank you.
Congratulations to Wayne Bennett, and thank you for everything you've done for the South Sydney club, not only just this year, but over the 3 years that you have been in charge. I think we can all agree there's no one like Wayne Bennett in the game of rugby league, so we thank him again. It's now time for our two biggest awards of the event. And first up, we have the Jack Rayner Players Player Award. Now, this award is named after one of South Sydney's most inspirational leaders, Jack Rayner. He led the Rabbitohs to 5 premierships as a captain and coach throughout the 1950s and remains one of the most respected figures in South Sydney history. The players vote after the end of each match on who they think will be the Jack Rayner medalist at the end of the year, and at the highest numbers at the end of the year is given the award. So I'd like to invite Rabbitohs assistant coach for 2021, Jason Demetrio, to the stage. And if you could please turn your attention to the screen, we have a message from South Sydney Rabbitohs chairman, Nick Pappas.
Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and it's great to welcome you from Sydney to today's very special award ceremony in what's been a very special year. It comes to me to present the Jack Rayner Players Player of the Year Award, a very special award for our club because not only is it named after one of our greatest ever players and coaches, the late Jack Rayner, but also because the award is chosen by the players themselves. It's the award of one's peers, which ranks, I think, very highly for everyone. So it's my great delight today to announce that the winner of the Jack Rayner Players Player of the Year Award goes to none other than Cody Walker. Congratulations, Cody, and well done on a marvellous year.
As I said before, I'm extremely lucky to be in the position I am. When I was up here before, I didn't mention some special people in my life that I wouldn't be standing here right now if it wasn't for those sort of people. Number one, the management of the club. What they've done for us over this last 3 or 4 months has been nothing short of amazing. To be at a club where the management just do things without hesitations, it's quite a special place to be a part of. Number two, I truly believe that these sort of awards are a reflection on the team that I play in. I'm so lucky to be a part of some of the players in the team that allow me to do what I'm able to do on the footy field, and I can't thank a guy like Reno enough. He's such a special person. Damien Cook's another one. I can go around and name 30 or 40 players that have allowed me to play the way I do. Dane Gagai, Latrell Mitchell, all these sort of players. I'm going to miss every single one of yous. Reno, Gags, Sewer, these type of guys that have been a wonderful servant of our club. And last but not least, and the most important people in my life, is my family. We've had so many ups and downs now throughout our life, but I can't love you enough, eh? To my beautiful kids, you gave me the greatest gift in life, and that's to be a dad. Thank you very much, everyone.
Congratulations, Cody, on a stunning season, and beautiful words there for your family. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for our final award of the evening, the big one. The George Piggins Medal is obviously named after one of South Sydney's greatest ever hookers, and is awarded by the coach to be the best and fairest player for season 2021. So on that note, I'd like to welcome back to the stage Rabbitohs head coach Wayne Bennett, who will present this prestigious award.
Won't be long now. Well, you wouldn't want to believe it. Cody Walker. He had us in tears in his last talk. I don't know, we'll be probably crying our eyes out when he finishes this one.
I literally have no words, eh? One of the things that, yes, we lost the grand final, but we've got a great opportunity to pick ourselves back up and go again. I can't wait for it. 2022 is going to be the year.
Congratulations to Cody Walker taking out the George Piggins medal for 2021. Just have a look at some of the stats this year. It's unbelievable. 58 line break assists, the most by any player all time. 37 try assists, just 3 behind the all-time record. He was involved in 50% of South Sydney's tries this year, and he was the Dally M 5/8 of the year. An incredible season. One more thank you to Cody Walker. I'd also like to thank and congratulate all our winners today for their terrific seasons this year under what has been very, very trying circumstances. On behalf of the South Sydney Rabbitohs, I would also like to thank our commercial partners for their continued support this season. The last 2 years have been tremendously difficult for everyone, as we know, both business-wise and personally. However, without your unflinching support, we certainly would not have been able to play in the NRL Grand Final this year. Thank you to our Rabbitohs staff, who are talented, tenacious, and the very best in the business. Many have endured long weeks in lockdown and remote working. However, they have remained focused and dedicated on providing the best possible support to our football department and the entire club. And last but not least, our Rabbitohs members and supporters. You are the reason we are regarded as the pride of the league. Week in, week out, you demonstrate why you are the proudest and most passionate fans in rugby league. We salute you and bring on season 2022, where hopefully we will be back in Sydney and a lot closer to a lot of you. A big hand for the members and fans. Just finally to our lucky door prize, I mentioned at the start, Zalia is giving all the wives and partners a chance to take home 2 gorgeous Zalia dresses. You'll have 12 months to pick your favourites. And by attending tonight's event, everyone was in the running. And congratulations to our lucky winner, Layla Farah. You can come up, Layla. I've got... Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our formal proceedings for this event today. I would like to thank the JW Marriott for their hospitality. I would also like to thank all the South Sydney players, staff, sponsors and VIPs for joining us to celebrate the 2021 season and the club's achievement. For now, please just enjoy the function. It will continue for another couple of hours. We'll have dessert served and the band will be up here to play some songs for you. So enjoy and congratulations on a terrific 2021 season. We look forward to seeing what the Bunnies can do in 2022. Thank you very much.